In a significant diplomatic move, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Saudi Arabia to discuss potential peace negotiations for Ukraine. Notably, Ukraine and its European allies have been excluded from these talks, which marks the first high-level engagement between the U.S. and Russia since the latter's full-scale invasion of Ukraine 3 years ago. The meeting in Riyadh signifies a stark shift in Washington's approach, moving away from isolating Russia to direct engagement. This development follows an emergency summit in Paris, where European leaders voiced concerns over their exclusion from the negotiations. The U.S. stance, articulated by Defense Secretary Pete Heath, suggests that NATO membership for Ukraine is unrealistic and that Ukraine may have to compromise on its territorial claims, positions aligned with key Russian demands. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump's recent conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin underscores a potential thaw in relations between the two nations. European leaders have expressed urgency in securing a role in any peace framework, with the UK and Sweden suggesting possible troop deployments for a ceasefire. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, however, remains adamant that any agreement reached without Ukrainian involvement would not be honored. Amid these discussions, reports indicate that U.S. officials are exploring economic cooperation with Russia, including potential sanctions relief and trade agreements. Meanwhile, Ukraine continues its battle on the front lines, aware that any lost territory may never be reclaimed. The evolving negotiations highlight a broader shift in global power dynamics, with Washington and Moscow taking center stage.